Hey, what's going on? It's Tyson. I'm coming at you guys with a video giving my thoughts and concerns on Final Fantasy 16 after seeing the new trailer that just released. The graphics look great, and the battling seems like it's going to have a lot of nuance to it, and I'm liking the medieval time settings that Square is going with this game. It kind of reminds me of Final Fantasy 12, and I love that game to pieces. To be honest with you, I'm not really that hyped for Final Fantasy 16. Don't get me wrong, this is definitely a day one purchase. But there's something about this game and possible future installments in the series that I'm gonna have a hard time adjusting to. That one thing that I'm not really feeling too much is the whole solo, no party members approach to the game. Final Fantasy has always been about having multiple characters in your party. It was a part of its charm to see characters interacting and growing with each other as individuals. Every character had a role in combat that they would fulfill, such as Vivi being the black mage of the party, Kimahri being the blue mage of the group, or Hope being your best medic. All of that being scrapped to just have a one-man army show and our protagonist Clive is kind of a bummer for me personally. Now it's been confirmed that Clive will have other characters travel alongside him in his journey. Some will leave during certain parts of the game and will possibly join Clive again later on in the game. And Square really wanted to focus on making players play solely as Clive, because he has a numerous amount of unique abilities and they will all be fully customizable, making it difficult to spread out the controls for multiple party members. In a way, I can kinda understand this thought process. Imagine having multiple party members in a Devil May Cry game that allowed you to swap between each of them on the fly, then having to memorize each character's combos and unique abilities. I personally have a hard time mastering even one character's playstyle, let alone having to manage 3 other characters' playstyle. I don't know, I guess my fear is this game ending up being something sort of like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, where Link is pretty much by himself 90% of the time, going around picking up Divine Beast, or in this case, Clive going around picking up summons, interacting with absolutely nobody other than what's around him, taking on shrines all by himself, solving puzzles all by himself, fighting bosses all by himself. This is also a problem I had with Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. We went from having a 6-man squad to a 2 to 3-man squad if you count the monsters you obtain along the way in Final Fantasy 13-2, then down to a 1-man squad, where Lightning wasn't really interacting with anyone but Hope on a communicator. But you can also make the argument that Lightning had already established connections with those characters in previous games, so it wasn't really needed in Lightning Returns. I just hope Final Fantasy 16 doesn't have too many parts in the game where he's solo, and only a little bit of the game with him having party members by his side. Who knows, we'll find out in the future once we get more gameplay footage, and we get to see what battling looks like with AI-controlled party members. How are you feeling about this new direction Yoshida is taking Final Fantasy with this gameplay? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to keep up with more of my videos, hit the subscribe button. This has been Tyson, and I'm out, people. Later.